Cybaratus, Callistria's divine scourge.
Part 4. Mission. You are traveling to a Callistrian festival in Pitaxia. The festival is called Lex Talionis, Day of Retribution. Lex Talionis, Day of Retribution, is a brand new holiday taking place on the second oath day of Calistril, 4725 AR. That's the second Thursday of February, 2025 AD. This brand new holiday will debut with a week-long festival held in Pitaxia. The Lex Talionis festival is being thrown to celebrate the recent discovery of a holy relic, a magical whip. This is a brand new festival, but if the premiere is successful, it may hereafter become an annual holiday. Cybaratus, Callistria's divine scourge. Cybaratus is a recently discovered magical whip said to have been created and wielded by the goddess Callistria herself. For millennia, bards throughout the world have sung songs of Callistria's titillating adventures of eroticism and vengeance. In these legends, the goddess wields her divine whip Cybaratus expertly, both to excite her lovers and scourge her enemies. Based on rumors your characters heard, they imagine Cybaratus as a leather flail like the ones used in temple sex rituals by Callistrian sacred prostitutes. But so far, the public hasn't yet glimpsed the fabled whip. Its debut will be at the upcoming Lex Talionis Festival. The whip's magical powers are as yet unknown to your characters and the public. Who discovered Cybaratus? Reports all agree that an archaeologist named Shadra Mevi recently discovered the magical whip somewhere in Pitaxia. However, rumors differ greatly as to where and how she discovered it. And herewith, choose thy character's mission. Why are you traveling to the Lex Talionis Festival? Worship? Martial contests? Artistic contests? Merchant? Criminal? Researcher? Note from the Game Master. I've listed options in the purple windows of backgrounds which would be a good fit for characters who've chosen that mission. Worship 1. Devout Follower. You're a devout follower of Callistria on a pilgrimage to see the holy relic Cybaratus, which will be on display at the Lex Talionis Festival for the first time since its recent discovery. You're a devout follower of Callistria on a pilgrimage to visit her temple, Ardurnaus. Inside the temple, you'll be edified by Callistria's sacred prostitutes. They're working overtime, performing their sex ceremonies for reduced oblations during the festival. Worship 2. Aspiring Clergy. Option A. You want to dedicate your life to the goddess Callistria and join her clergy as a postulant. On the day of retribution, you'll take your first vows inside Ardurnaus' temple. Perhaps you want to serve as a sacred prostitute, cleric, or priestess. Option B. Your friend, family member, or ex-lover is a postulant prostitute, cleric, or priestess in the temple Ardurnaus. On the day of retribution, they'll be taking their final vows, henceforth becoming full-fledged members of the Callistrian priesthood, sworn to serve the goddess of lust, trickery, and vengeance forever into perpetuity for the duration of this life and the next. You know they're making a terrible mistake. You'll do whatever it takes to prevent them from swearing their final vows, even if you must resort to violence. Worship 3. Curses. Option A. You want to cast a curse upon an enemy. These curses can be procured at Callistria's temple Ardurnaus by offering oblation in the form of money or by aiding the church through service. Option B. Someone cursed you and you're suffering its terrible effects. You believe the high priestess Thuldu Kessi can lift the curse from you, so you're traveling to Ardurnaus' temple to meet with her. Martial contests. Win big prizes and official titles in guild-sanctioned bouts. Wrestling, archery, fencing, knife throwing, axe throwing, arm wrestling, etc. Artistic contests. Win big prizes and official titles in guild-sanctioned contests. Wood carving, singing, storytelling, dancing, musical composition, blacksmithing, eating, etc. Merchant. You're selling a precious Callistrian artifact. You can make up your own artifact and the story of how you obtained it. You can choose if it's a legitimately divine relic or if you're trying to dupe your customer with a forgery. Remember, your artifact must be small enough to carry while traveling a long distance on foot over a steep mountain trail. Criminal 1. Thief. You're going to steal Cybaratus. Perhaps you want the magical whip for yourself. Maybe your Thieves Guild was contracted to steal the whip for an unknown client, and you've been given the assignment. Criminal 2. Assassin. You're an assassin contracted to kill the High Priestess of Ardur Nau's temple, a Taldan woman named Thuldu Kessi. Perhaps you were hired by a rival church. Maybe you were hired by malcontents within the Callistrian Church itself, looking to install a new leader. Possibly your Assassin's Guild was contracted to murder the High Priestess for an unknown client, and you've been given the assignment. Researcher 1. Archaeologist. You're an archaeologist or scholar wanting to prove or disprove the historical veracity of Cybaratus. Is it really Callistria's divine scourge, or is it a fake? Because of your expertise in a particularly specialized field of scholarship, only you can determine the whip's historical veracity. You have theories, but you need to study the whip in person, so you're traveling alone to distant Pitaxia for the Lex Tellianus festival. Researcher 2. Investigator. You're an investigator, and you suspect the archaeologist who claims to have discovered Cybaratus, a Nidalese woman named Shadra Mivi, is actually a con artist. Everyone's been duped except you. They all think you're crazy, but you're going to uncover the truth and send Shadra Mivi to a deep, dark dungeon. Researcher 3. Magic user. You're a magic user wanting to study the magical properties of Cybaratus. Could Callistria's divine scourge make you more powerful? Could its magic help the world in some way? Could its magic help avert a calamity, but only you are aware of it because of your expertise in a particularly specialized school of magic? You have theories, but you need to study the whip in person, so you're traveling alone to distant Pitaxia for the Lex Tellianus festival.